Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. This is never a good sign. So we had an incident where we learned that Sachan is wants to become the ultimate vampire, which is concerning. She also killed a bunch of people in the alley, which is concerning. We also got a big gash in our shoulder and needed, some first aid, which is concerning. So let's continue. Hopefully, things are nice and happy from here on out with absolutely no issues whatsoever. Oh God, we're on the far side. Things are going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Let's get going. Inversion Impulse 3. A hot summer day, a blue sky, and large columns of summer clouds. The wafting breeze, the droning voice of the cicadas, the voice of cicadas, where they cry. Hey, 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 guess what? Guess what? Once I'm all done with the Tsukihimes and the Nasu verses, that's next. Don't worry. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Ah, yes. So loud I want to die. Cicada shells are lying in the clearing. As if the sun is right by my side, the clearing is roasting. A hot midsummer's day, as if the entire world became a frying pan. Is this the first time this is in color? Huh. Wonder why that is. Maybe it's because we're on the route. Akiha is crying. A child lies collapsed at her feet. His white shirt is painted red with blood. He doesn't move at all. I'm looking down at that. My hands are red just like that child on the ground. No, that's not it. These hands are red with the blood of that child. Akiha! The adults are coming. What in the... The adults take Akiha away. The child lies there dead. Alone by myself, the adults press the hands which killed the child to the ground. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling at me. They shout my name, the one who killed the child. Those two syllables, shouting as if they went crazy. Just those two syllables. Those adults call me Shiki, as my hands are stained in red. We already know about that. We already know what's going on there. Shiki-sama, if you do not get up now, you shall be late. Please, wake up. Hearing my own name called, I awaken from a deep dream. Isui? Yes. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Isui bows deeply. Autumn sunlight shines through the window. This is unmistakably my room. Hitsui. Shiki-sama, are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. I just had a terribly nostalgic dream, but I can't remember the details that well. What was it? I can't remember. Hisui tilts her head slightly. Well, there's no point in telling Hisui. The dream. What kind of dream was it? A dazzling white bright enough to bring tears to my eye. Wait. A dazzling white bright enough... Okay, no, bright is the noun in this sentence. That's very strange. A dazzling white, bright enough to bring tears to my eyes and furiously gushing spots of red. Something. Why is that in all caps? Is there a reason why that's in all caps? It's concerning when just all of a sudden it's like, surprise, everything's in all caps. Something like an inauspicious dream. Shiki. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? It's nothing. I'm sorry. I'll go straight to the dining room. With a nod, Hisui walks to the door. Clack, clack, clack. Hisui's footsteps are louder than usual. Just as she's about to leave the room, she turns back. Shiki-sama, forgive me for asking. What time did you return last night? Yesterday. Or should I say this morning. Quite late at night. Shiki-sama, you said your return would be at 4 o'clock. I assume the schedule changed? I remember. Yesterday morning, I told Hisui that she should expect me at 4. I'm sorry. Things happened and I didn't quite make it back. I'll be prompt from now on, so it'd be great if you could overlook it this time. No, it is not necessary for you to say such a thing, Shiki-sama. It is the duty of us servants to work in accordance with the schedules of our masters. However, I humbly request that you at least contact us. Whatever the circumstances, you should still be able to let us know. Please get a cell phone. Dear God, everyone in this universe needs a cell phone. Many things in this contrived universe would be solved if y'all just got cell phones. You're right. Sorry. I'll keep my promise from now on. God, really. Like, I'm gonna be real. I look back at so much media, and I'm like, yo, if they had cell phones, it'd be fixed. There'd be no problems. And I get it. It defeats the plot, right? Like, it's important for it to have a plot, right? But at the same time, God, just get a cell phone. Just do it. It would just solve everything. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like, I taught grade 5 students, and most of them had cell phones because it's just like, if you want to be safe in this world, just get a cell phone. You can contact anyone. But then again, this game takes place, a little earlier than now, so that's just me venting. You're right, I'm sorry, I'll keep my promise from now on. I understand. Then please excuse me. Well, that was rare. Guess we seem pretty angry. She's always so expressionless. It seems she gets extremely angry. Wait, she's always so expressionless. It seems she gets extremely angry when she does get angry. As if I did something really terrible. Well, time to get up. Pulling the sheets away, I get up. At that moment, my body aches terribly. Ugh, the pain. It's not from the gash in my shoulder. It's from a much deeper place, aching with my heartbeat. Ugh, clenching the sheets, I somehow weather the pain. It fades away. There's nothing lingering. Perhaps just a sudden fit? Chest wound. I touched my chest over my cloth. There's a great scar there, and even though it has healed, at times it still hurts like it did just now. The doctor said the physical wound is healed, but that the mind must be replaying the pain over and over again. Usually, the scar begins throbbing after I see a traffic accident or something dead. I'm sorry, when do you see those two things? See, that's one of those lines you can just throw in there, and it really makes you think, how often do you see those things? If you see them quite often, that's a mark of I'm not going to say problematic narrator, but not even unreliable narrator, but there's something deeper at play, right? Because it's just so strange to see him be like, oh yeah, it's whenever I see a traffic accident or something dead. How often? How do you see that so often, my man? Something's up. Okay. Well, the image of blood or death must make me recall the accident 8 years ago, especially when this dude doesn't watch TV. Like, if he was like, oh yeah, I love going to movies and watching TV. Okay. All right. That I could understand. But he doesn't even that much. Because of last night, I guess. The red back alley and the normal smiling face of Yumizuka. Ugh. My chest hurts. The image of Yumizuka doesn't leave my mind. But I don't know what I should do, what I can do. I can only live my everyday life. Shit. Swearing at myself, I roll out of bed. After changing out of my pajamas and into my school uniform, I head to the sitting room. Akia and Hisui are in the sitting room. Kwaku-san is probably in the kitchen cooking my breakfast. Good morning, Nissan. Sitting on the sofa, Akia greets me and looks at my expression. Ah, Morning. I'm sorry about yesterday. Returning your greeting, I head to the dining room. There really isn't much for me to say, much time for me to stay and chat with Akiha, and I don't really feel like talking to anyone at all. Nissan, I would like to speak with you a little. Is that all right? All right, but please make it short since I don't have much time. I sit on the sofa across from her. Continuing last night's talk, Nissan, what were you doing yesterday? Aki asks me with a direct stare. Nothing, just went for a walk in town for 4 hours. I'm sorry for getting back late, but it's no big deal. Since I don't want to lie to Akia, I answer as evasively as possible. Just walking the streets is something. You are still a minor, so please do not wander out late at night. Reminder, in Japan, that's a big no-no, especially if you're in your school uniform. You will be pulled over and they will be like, what are you doing? Like, there is a strict no kiddos out at night rule. Even if you weren't, there have been some, even if you weren't, there have been a lot of disturbances going on. Disturbances. The killer skulking around at night. Why? Why didn't I realize? The killer that murders people and drinks their blood. The phrase perfectly matches Yumizuka's behavior yesterday. I shouldn't have to say this, but you shouldn't strain your body. If you come back with an exhausted face like last night's again, I'll get worried. If you're in trouble, please tell me. I may not be able to do much, but if you could... I don't want to think about it, but... Yumizuka could be the killer terrorizing the town. Nissan? Are you listening to me? Yeah. I'm listening. I hear Kia's voice, but the only thing in my mind is the image of Yumizuka from yesterday. Akiha glares at me. So, you can't talk about your situation, Nissan? Yeah, it has nothing to do with you, Akiha. Right now I can only think of Yumizuka. I want to be alone, and so I said that. You're going to keep going your own way. Is that what you're saying, Nissan? I understand. Well, please, feel free. If that's what you want, Nissan, I'll do the same. Nakia stands and walks out to the lobby. Shiki-sama, is this acceptable? Acceptable? Is what acceptable? I believe Akiha-sama is deeply concerned about you, Shiki-sama. But I think it is difficult for her, since she does not often talk about her feelings. I know, but right now my head's full and I can't... I do feel sorry. Hisui falls silent. Shiki-san, breakfast! Kwaku-san's voice can be heard from the dining room. I stand up and heads towards it. Shiki-sama, around what time will you be returning today? Since today's Saturday... no. It'll probably be in the evening. There's something I want to look for. I understand. Please, take care until then. She bows deeply. After Hisui sees me off, I leave the mansion. Boy, school's gonna be awkward today. There was no point in coming to school. Yumizuka Satsuki was treated as an absentee, and no one seemed to be the slightest bit concerned about her. Time passed without realizing it. Perhaps Arihiko or CL-senpai came by sometime, but I don't really remember. Noon comes and school ends. I have no idea. But I still have to look for Yumizuka. Huh. Part of me is like, I just want to pick an answer, but like part of me also is like, I want to make sure I get onto the right route, but I don't think I can get onto anyone else's route right now. I don't think I can. Well, should be fine. Let's go around. What are these options? Let's just go with the first one. Let's go search for her. Just everywhere? Oh wow, we're just going everywhere, huh? Okay, I don't like that option. Let's try another. Let's just go around the city. Is it going to be just the same? I have no idea where she could be. But let's search around the area where there's lots of houses and apartments. Is it just going to be the same no matter what, pretty much? The sun sets. Even after running everywhere in town, there's no sign of Yumizuka Satsuki anywhere. I bite my lip angrily. But it's not anger over not finding her. 2 days ago, I'm mad at myself for promising such a thing in the first place. Help me when I'm in a pinch, okay? Yumizuka said that and I answered lightheartedly. I would help as much as I could. Such an irresponsible answer. There's nothing I can really do. She said it hurt. I can't even find Yumizuka, painfully suffering in the cold darkness. The sun is setting. I don't want to admit it, but maybe I can only find Yumizuka after nightfall. I told Hisui I'd be back in the evening. Perhaps it's too early. I'll go back to the mansion and calmly think this through. Welcome home, Shiki-sama. I'm back. Hisui, where's Akiha? Akiha-sama has remained at school for certain formalities. Since she shall be late, we are to have supper first. Certain formalities, huh? Akiha's school probably has lots of formalities, as it is a top-tier school for young ladies. It's so top-tier, it's... I was gonna make like a fighting game joke, but like... That's just so lame. What, I'm gonna say she's in the vanilla Forest Sagat of schools? Yes, that's what I'll say. There we go. I'll go wait in my room till supper time and I'll head down when it's ready. Yes, please rest until I call you. I turn my back to the bowing Hisui and walk toward my room. After supper, I sit on my bed. The clock's hands show 9 o'clock. Since leaving the mansion after 8 is forbidden, I can't go outside any longer. But that's merely a rule. If I feel like it, I can easily go outside. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow, Tono-kun. Oh. Interesting choice. Let's go look. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if we do. I just can't let her be. I know that looking for Yumizuka is dangerous. No matter what the reason is, she did kill that many people. She did. I saw their bodies. But I can't let her go. The way home is in that way home in the sunset. I cannot forget the last words she said. I'll go. Obsessing over it won't do any good. I change my clothes and slip my knife into my pocket. I tiptoe out the mansion so as not to wake Akiha or the others. The lights in the lobby are out. It's a dark, lonely place, perfect for a secret departure. Great. I go down the stairs, which creak only when they shouldn't, and walk quietly to the door. And... Nissan, you're going out at this hour. Already in the lobby, Akiha speaks quietly. Akiha, so you got back, huh? Yes, just a little while ago. But anyway... What are you doing, Nissan? You've changed your clothes, so it appears you are going out. Akiha gazes intently at me. It's not a look of blame. She's merely gazing at me uneasily. You're going to go out and get hurt again like last night. Aren't you, Nissan? I'm sorry. A friend of mine is in trouble. I can't let it go. I see. I'm sure you're going to go even if I stop you, Nissan. Yeah, but I won't do anything dangerous. I'm just gonna go check it out a bit. I'm sorry to cause trouble like this, and I've only just come home. Saying so, I begin walking out. A soft voice comes from behind me. Ni-san. A weak voice, so unlike Akiha's usual tone. It's just like her voice from 8 years ago, tinged with unease. Akiha? You'll come back, won't you? So, like, yeah, like, I already 100% understand where she's coming from, as my arms wildly freak out. Because, of course, she lost one brother, right? So the idea of her losing a second is, like, a devastating idea. So, yeah, I understand where she's coming from this. She lost Shiki, And now it's like, oh, here, don't worry, we got a replacement brother. And psych, the replacement brother's going out at night, getting his arm gash, you know, getting completely wrecked. Yeah, like, it makes sense why she's feeling this way. Like, he has a weak, vulnerable face. It has none of its earlier coldness, but like Akia's childhood face, it's close to tears. What are you talking about? I'm only going out for a moment. You shouldn't make a face like that. I know, but it's okay. I'll come right back. Sorry, Kiha. I've always been causing you trouble. Nissan. Ignoring Akia's voice behind me, I leave the mansion. Outside, a moonlit night. Perhaps because I saw Akia's unsettled expression. For some reason, I feel I may never return here. Oh boy. Oh no, that's not good. I arrive at the shopping district. If Yumizuka's anywhere, she'll most likely be here. It's because the murder victims are found near this shopping district. Damn it, what am I thinking? I curse my own logic, but I think I'm more likely to find her here than anywhere else. Putting all those thoughts aside, I start to look around for Yumizuka. Skulking around. How long has it been? There's no sign of Yumizuka, not in the back alleys, nor in the crowds. I rest my body, burning from all the running. It's almost midnight. It might be useless to keep looking around. Where has she gone? I start walking again. There's one place I haven't looked yet. I'll give up after my body really can't move anymore. Of course it's the park. Of course it's this park. This park is where all violence happens. Leaving the brightly lit main street behind, I arrive at the park. Because of the serial killings recently, there's not a soul to be seen around here. Even though I can't imagine Yumizuka being here, it's the only place left to look. The park is empty at night. There isn't a sound under the moonlight. I don't know why, but a chill runs through me. So, okay, just thinking here. Because we didn't kill Arkwood. Arkwood's at full power. She probably just killed Nero, right? He probably just sliced up with her full vampire rage. So we have full power Arkwood walking around. That's kind of scary to think about for sure, right? So he's just probably already gone, if not being killed right now. Well, the back of my head numbs, a horrible chill, as if my body freezes to my fingertips. I try to catch my breath. In contrast to my cold body, my throat is scorching. It's dry without thirst, or dry with thirst. I put my hand in my pocket. I just wanted a blade in my hand. Why? Just a faint headache, a low temperature. My mind is cool like ice. Something is strange. This park feels like something bad is around here. A little more till I reach the center of this park. I shake the headache off and walk deeper in. There's no one around. A terribly dark and lonely place to meet someone. There, someone is crouched, breathing raggedly. Her face pale white as she scratches her throat in pain. Without a doubt, it's Yumizuka Satsuki. Yumizuka. I guess there is the joy of finally finding her. Not thinking about last night, I run towards her. Wait. Yumizuka stops me with just a word. Wait, Shiki-kun. I'm glad you came, but I don't want you any nearer right now. Please don't come any closer. Her breathing looks painful. Her body convulses as she speaks, as if she's about to collapse any second now. Don't be stupid. I'm not going to leave someone looking as painful as you alone. No, I'm okay. You came, so I'm fine now. Forcing herself up, Yumizuka smiles at me. The fact her eyes are closed is terrifying, because you don't know what color they're going to be under there. It seems like a show of bravado, but I can't approach her. I do at least understand that Yumizuka doesn't want me near her. What's going on, Yumizuka? Why haven't you been home? What was that about yesterday? Why that... The what? Damn it, I don't know. I don't really understand anything, Yumizuka. Oh, they're red. Really? You saw what happened yesterday. I told you I killed those people, didn't I? She answers frankly. It's almost as if she's laughing at my feelings of denial. Then, the recent killings in town were all you're doing, Yumizuka? I don't like to say it, but that's the way it is, yeah? What the hell do you mean that's the way it is? It's just the way it is. I killed those people, and I'll keep on doing the same thing. I can't just lie about it, can I? Yumizuka, you... Please, stop calling me that. I'm calling you Shiki-kun, so it's only fair for you to call me by my first name, too. What? I take a deep breath. Yumizuka's still like before. Even though she acts like she used to, she says some pretty scary things. When I think about it, I look foolish. I could never talk to you like this for all the years I watched you from afar. Yumizuka? I was always watching you, Shiki-kun. Even before I was saved in that warehouse. Warehouse? Oh, you mean, okay, right. I was like, what warehouse? No, right, the storage shed. I was always watching you. I'm really a coward. I always just agreed with the people around me and smiled when it seemed right. Before I knew it, everyone was treating me like an idol. So school wasn't for me, but that changed after you talked to me in the second year of junior high, Shiki-kun. What? Nah, it's not something you'd remember. How can I put it? You were always natural, never showing off. Probably you didn't even think about what you said back then. What can I say? Just as Yumizuka says, I remember nothing. I don't remember what I said to her, even if I had talked to her back then. It's okay. Don't make a face like that. You were only hanging out with Inui-kun, so it was normal for you to ignore your other classmates. But that was okay. I was happy just being in the same class as you, Shiki-kun. It was my goal to talk to you, and let you call me Yumizuka-san. Now I think about it, it was too small of a wish. She recalls nostalgically those ancient days, like she's remembering something that happened a long time ago. I was always watching you. I knew you'd never notice me, but I watched you anyway. Well, to be honest, I'm happy, but... Do you like me, Shiki-kun? How can I answer her right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. I know she doesn't have a root, so let's just say I like her. Well, to be honest, I don't know. But I can't just leave you alone. Yes. Since I talked to Yumizuka 2 days ago, she has never left my mind. So that must mean, unlike your case, I don't feel like I've known you for years, but even though I knew it was dangerous, I still came here. I think I do like you. Yumizuka looks at me aghast. I stare back at her. No. She shakes her head. She seems about to burst into tears. I don't want that. Yumizuka-san? Because that just makes me look stupid. Still aghast, Yumizuka looks down as she murmurs. Yumizuka's body trembles. Breathing painfully, she falls to her knees. A choking sound. Squatting on the ground, Yumizuka coughs heavily as she spits out a lump of blood. Yumizuka! This time I do rush near her. Yumizuka, you okay? Yumizuka! I put my hand on her heaving shoulder. I feel a chill. Even through her cold clothes, I feel the coldness of her body. Stupid, you're freezing! What are you doing out in the open on a night like this? Shiki-kun. Her voice is hollow as she says my name. Yumizuka collapses against me. As she pants, her warm breath brushes my skin. Yumizuka? It's okay if you don't like me, Shiki-kun. Because I really didn't understand you at all until now either. Yumizuka speaks as she coughs. It's alright, don't talk. I'll take you to a hospital. But I understand now who you are and what you want to do. I really understand now, because... Because I became like you, Shiki-kun. Saying that, Yumizuka sinks her teeth into my neck. Ruh-roh! Fading. My consciousness is fading. Yumizuka's fangs dig into my neck. I'm being drained, as if all the life in my body is liquefied and sucked out. Without strength, there are no thoughts. So my consciousness is not fading. It is simply being destroyed. Ah, there are no thoughts. I know I'll die if I stay like this, but I can't even... All the same, from somewhere beyond my mind, my blood begins to boil. Yumizuka. Both my arms push her away out of pure reflex. That's a CG. She falls right on her behind. I stand up, but I can't. I'm so exhausted I can barely lift an arm. Yumizuka sits as if in a drunken stupor. I can't see her face clearly. Everything dims as my consciousness fades. I can't control my body either. All that exists is the pain in my neck. Blood gurgles forth. Yumizuka's teeth marks remain in my neck. Through those 2 deep holes, something black is poured into my body, in my veins. Somewhere beyond my reach, the black thing violates my whole body. As a small piece of the black thing goes through my veins, my body burns inside. Oh, that hurts! A pain as if my spine is about to be ripped out. In pain, I claw at the ground, but there is no relief. I cannot move since Yumizuka has drained everything out of me, and the pain pours into me like a black snake. I cannot move, so the black thing crawls and twists as it pleases inside me. Oh boy, this is not good, I clutch at the ground with glazed eyes. Yumizuka looks at me. Yumizuka, what have you... It's okay, it only hurts at first. First it hurts, but when the blood mixes, it should die down. Don't worry, I won't kill you. I poured in my blood properly so you won't collapse and crumble away like those failures last night. You will only look at me from now on. Yumizuka whispers joyfully. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I'm saying that I'm making both of us the same, Shiki-kun. Sucking people's blood instead of eating normal food. Nocturnal, unable to walk under the sun. You're going to be a different creature. What is that? Ridiculous, that's just like... Yeah, like a vampire. I didn't really understand how I became this way either. 2 nights ago I went to check the rumor that you were walking around the shopping district every night, and then when I came to I was lying down in the back alley. Back then I thought it was just cold, dark, and painful. But it's strange, after a while, after my body had changed completely, I understood a lot of things. My body hurts because it's being destroyed very fast, and the sunlight acts like a catalyst for that. And if I want to stop the destruction, I need the genetic information of the same type of living organism as myself. Yeah, I didn't understand the logic that well, but it was plain enough what I had to do. I was cold, and I was lonely by myself. I didn't want to disappear, so I just grabbed a random person and sucked his blood. And you know what? It was really delicious. The pain went away and I thought I could do anything. But it was so nice that before I realized it, it was all gone. The man was all shriveled up, like a mummy, and I felt really bad. I thought to myself that I was turning into a monster both in mind and body, but I had to do it in order to live. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. I sucked the blood the way you people eat animals, so I decided not to think about it too deeply. What is this? Is it okay to kill other people in order to live? But it seems I've become a proper vampire. Tonight's meal was quite fun. Until now, I've been sucking blood since I was cold and in pain, but now that I'm getting the hang of sucking blood, it's becoming more interesting. You understand, don't you, Shiki-kun? You are a much better killer than I am. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I was always watching you, so I know your gentle side and your scary side. I never talked to you because I didn't understand your scary side. Okay, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Are you saying... So, I've always still been under the assumption a bit that, hey, Shiki's a bit of an unreliable narrator. Just a bit. By putting in a stalker character, which, hey, that's its own level of fun, but by putting in a stalker yandere-esque character, you have someone who is witnessing the unreliable narrator and is now calling out the unreliable narrator to say, hey, I've always felt a little bit like, you know, Shiki's random act of murder on Arcuid wasn't. That's interesting. That is very interesting. We'll have to see where this goes, if we don't just die, which I feel like we're going to. I never talked to you because I didn't understand your scary side. But I understand now. You're the same as me. It doesn't matter if you like or hate people. You could kill anyone, right? Don't be ridiculous. I've never once had that thought. I'm not being ridiculous. I never understood the fragile air about you, but now my body has changed and I can understand. Shiki-kun, just you being there is flirting with death. There are natural-born killers in this world, but even among them, you are the best. You know, I was really happy yesterday. It was the first time I was happy after becoming this way, because I finally understood you, Shiki-kun. I never really knew you before. Shiki-kun, you're the same, right? You see someone and for no reason, your heart throbs and your throat goes dry. That's a lie. That feeling I've never... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Yep. I can't say I've never had it. See? A pure homicidal impulse without the influence of emotion. Your fragile side, which I always wanted to understand. I forgot to say one more thing. A vampire is someone whose blood has been sucked by a vampire, right? That's true, you know. To be precise, the person whose blood has just been sucked dies. Vampires pour their own blood into their victims as they drink to turn them into one of their own. So, what was in your blood back then was my blood. Standing up, Yumizuka says this with satisfaction. So this is your blood, huh? The black thing that still defiles my body. It's not even a mouthful, but it still causes unbelievable pain, enough to drive me to madness. Well, I guess that's long enough. Stand up, Shiki-kun. I hear Yumizuka's command. The pain fades. Feeling returns to my limbs and I finally stand up. Good. From now on, we'll always be together, Shiki-kun. Now come here. Come by my side. Hold my hand and make me feel better. She holds out her hand. My heart pounds and my legs begin to move. But they don't move forward. They move backward. This is a good face. This is a really good face for this. Shiki-kun? Yumizuka's voice is perplexed. My heart throbs. My throat becomes dry. Every nerve in my body recognizes the person in front of me as an enemy. I start to breathe harder, this feeling desperately. I endure the poison of Yumizuka's blood and the boiling impulse arising in my body. Why? Hey, why aren't you doing what I tell you to do? My heart beats. Is this the impulse Yumizuka was talking about just now? My heart beats loudly, as if it was repeatedly ordering me to kill. To kill. Shiki-kun, you... Think straight, Yumizuka. Yumizuka looks at me as I breathe painfully. Why? Why didn't my blood work? I don't know. But it does feel like there's some mud in my body. That should be Yumizuka's vampire blood. If a mouthful of it could make me this sick, I can't even imagine what pain it must be for Yumizuka, whose whole body is filled with it. It hurts, she says. At last I understand what she meant. Let's stop, Yumizuka-san. It doesn't help you to do this. You're sick. We have to get you to a hospital and return your body to the way it was. I don't want the girl who cares for me to be suffering anymore. But she glares at me with eyes filled with hate. My blood is definitely mixed with your blood, so you should already be part of my body. Could it be someone else has control over you already? Like I said, I don't understand you, Yumizuka. All I understand is you saying that it's dark, cold, and lonely. All I remember is your smiling face 2 days ago, telling me to help you whenever you're in a pinch. To be honest, I don't know what kind of creature a vampire is, but you have to kill and suck blood to live, and if you're still in pain, then to try and get you back the way you were. Yumizuka, you said it hurts. Yeah, it still hurts even now. My blood vessels are still the same as when I was human, so the flow of blood hurts. Delicate and weak as they burst easily. But if I drink a lot more human blood, my blood vessels will just be fine. You said it's painful. Yes, My heart is in pain. I have to take people's blood in order to live. I don't feel like it's a crime, but it hurts. I'm painfully afraid that the person I was is going to disappear, but I wouldn't be scared if I'm not alone. You said it's cold. Yeah, I'm so cold I feel like my fingers will freeze off, but I don't think it's bad. I just can't feel warmth anymore. You asked for help desperately. I want to help, but it's already too late. I can't go back to who I used to be. Yumizuka says, smiling just as she did back then. Why? Why did you end up that way? Why? Well, that's what I want to know. When I woke up, I had this body and just had this thirst for human blood I needed to fulfill. It would have been much easier if I just died instead. But I guess it can't be helped. Like people eat animals to live, I have to eat people too. What is that? What are you talking about? Why are you saying such things, Yumizuka? Unable to accept facts, I just shout. Yumizuka is silent and only shakes her head. Why? Are you saying you can't laugh and walk and talk normally like before? It was only 2 days ago. That's right. Just 2 days ago, I was a creature on your side. It was like a dream. I understand now that I've lost it. Yes, it really was like a dream. I would give anything to go back then. But it's impossible. I can't go back. I have to live on like this. Cold, painful, alone. Yumizuka looks down. Her cold body trembles. Help me, Shiki-kun. A faint voice escapes her throat. I'm scared. It's really cold and I'm alone no matter where I go. So please, help me. I understand. I remember the trifling promise I made on the way home from school 2 days ago. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can. Really. To change you back to the old Yumizuka Satsuki. I'll do anything. But your answer's very different than mine. Oh, Shiki-kun, you're still thinking about turning me back? Honestly, you're so kind. It's a great contradiction for someone who loves to kill to be so gentle about everything else. Yumizuka chuckles happily. I told you it's impossible. You can't help me like that, Shiki-kun. What? Then what should I do? There's nothing else I can do. I want to help you. Then there's nothing I could do. That's not true. There is something you could do to help me, Shiki-kun. Saying so, Yumizuka steps forward. A chill runs through my back, sensing the danger. How can I help you, Yumizuka? It's easy. You just have to become my friend. That's a face. Red, piercing eyes stare at me and I can't breathe. This is bad. I realize it, but my legs are not moving. Frit, what? Then I won't be alone, and I won't be cold or scared. No, if you will be mine, I'll be much happier than I ever was as a human. Thump. My heart beats even faster. Yumizuka reaches out with her arms straight for my neck. Her speed is like a bullet. But somehow, I see it perfectly. Or I felt like I saw it perfectly. And I drop to the ground. I twist my head desperately and throw myself to the ground. With a whoosh, Yumizuka's arm passes over my head. Can't be. The target and the attacker. We gaze at each other in amazement. Yumizuka, you. Shiki-kun? Yumizuka looks down at me aghast. I know I have to run away, but my body is still frozen. My heart rings like a bell. My hand grabs a thing in my pocket, in spite of my paralyzed mind. Yumizuka doesn't move. Only her eyes change from surprise to delight. I get it. I thought it would be simple to get you into my possession, but tonight will be quite entertaining, won't it, Tono-kun? Her red, piercing eyes are hungry for blood. Her arms extend brutishly, mercilessly. Every hair on my body stands on end. Before I'm torn apart, my hand takes a knife out of my pocket. The movement of my arm is faster than my voice. With a swish, the knife cuts through Yumizuka's thigh. Yumizuka screams shrilly. I look in shock at my arm. There's the bloody knife that sliced open her leg. My senses return. My body moves. Before I realize it, I'm fleeing from Yumizuka as I tremble. I breathe wildly. I just run. Why Why did I don't know. I don't understand why or how I stabbed her. My heart rings out, and before I know it, I had sliced her leg with my knife. Whoa, Yumizuka's blood flows through over the knife. The feeling of tearing flesh remains in my arm. Why did I do such a thing? I only wanted to help Yumizuka Satsuki. Somehow remembering her face makes my heart beat louder. Fear and excitement. Yumizuka's trying to kill me. My heart pounds in response to the danger. I, Tonoshiki, cannot compete with that creature. It's like apples and humans. How can the ones getting eaten oppose that which eats them? Spicy food. Spicy food. Also allergies. I'm allergic to apples, so apples actually do eat me back. It's already like that. Just says Tonoshiki eats a tomato with no opposition. Okay, sorry. That's great. For Yumizuka Satsuki, I am no different from a tomato. If she finds me, if she catches me, she'll kill me. So I'm running away. I run and feel that I'm still alive. I run through the night. For now, I just run. For what? That's clear, because if I don't get caught, I'll be caught. I feel the presence of Yumizuka Satsuki behind me. The presence, which felt like a needle before, gets larger and looms menacingly over me. Oh, I run to escape. But who am I running from? It was a beautiful smile. The smiling face of Yumizuka Satsuki, remembering her days at junior high school, was truly gentle. Shit, such a thing. How could such a thing happen? Yumizuka became a monster which kills people and drinks their blood. How can you do that? It's so bad. So evil. Suddenly, something hits my back. I'm knocked to the ground. Since I fell over running, my body's covered in scrapes. But my back hurts far more right now. With the impact on my back from that from a weapon, breathing becomes impossible. What? I start to say it, but the words vanish. Something falls onto the ground next to me. The thing that just smashed into me is rolling. Person? It was some guy, arms and legs twisted. Blood flows from the man's body. Red blood flows over the asphalt, staining my body red. It's a human body without a head. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you. My reflexes have improved, but I guess it's a problem if my aim is too accurate. A delighted voice comes from behind me. Still on the ground, I look behind me. What I see there is Yumizuka Satsuki walking with a human head in one hand. I'm sorry, Shiki-kun, it hurt, right? I just wanted to surprise you by throwing it ahead of you. As she apologizes, Yumizuka tosses the severed head away. Yumizuka, what was that? Oh, this? I ran into him while I was running after you. He was being a little noisy, so I ripped off his mouth. I tasted little of his blood, but drunk people's blood tastes so nasty. Shiki-kun, you should only choose young and healthy bodies too. Speaking pleasantly, she approaches with a smile. It's nothing like the smile from back then. Bye-bye, she said. There are no similarities with the person who waved and departed back then. You really don't think anything of killing people, Yumizuka? I don't. Talking humans and edible humans are different. Even you make a difference between human friends and friends to be killed, right, Tono-kun? That's a line that I should stick on a bit more. That's a strange line. I didn't think so at first. Last night I really hated myself too, but I had to drink blood to ease the pain, so I killed a lot of people. Each time I killed someone, my body stopped hurting and my heart hurt more. She stops for just a moment. For a moment. Yumizuka Satsuki looks down sadly. But I came to understand. Right now it will still hurt a bit, but even that will fade. Because beyond the guilt of killing people, the wonderful feeling of taking their lives away was many times stronger. I told you, didn't I? That I'll be like you, Shiki-kun. Don't worry, I'll become a splendid vampire who enjoys killing, just like you. What? Okay, that line could be interpreted in two ways. The first way is, I'll become a splendid vampire who enjoys killing just like you. As in, the who enjoys killing is the just like you. Or, It's I'll become a splendid vampire who enjoys killing just like you, as in, I'll become a vampire like you. There's two ways to interpret that. If Shiki's been a vampire all this time, I don't think so, though. I feel like there's way too much contradiction for that. Unless his anemia is the after effects of being a vampire out in the day. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, and I feel like Arkwood would have told him if he was a vampire. I feel like Arkwood could sense that, you know? I like how I actually want to scratch my chin, so I make the model scratch his chin before I realize I actually have to go in way deeper to scratch my chin. I was like, why can't I oh right, I have to actually go like, oh, there we go, that's my chin. Okay. Boy, there's a lot that we could think about with this. Yumizuka approaches with a smile. It's a lie. I say so, only to realize that even that is a lie. It's such a poor lie that even I can't be deceived. It's hopeless. She's hopeless. Yumizuka Satsuki cannot be saved. Even my remaining reasoning lost to that sole conclusion. I stand up, grasping the knife tightly. She's gonna suck my blood anyway. I don't plan on losing my life and becoming one of those vampires. We still haven't addressed the fact that he totally got the suck and nothing's happened, so what's up with that? So, there's only one thing to do from the beginning. Yumizuka, I can't save you. That's not true. If you just cooperate, we'll be happy together. No. That's a twisted happiness, Yumizuka. But I made a promise. So I have to help you in some other way. Saying so, I take off my glasses. An ache floods my head. For the first time, I accept this vision in order to kill someone. I see. I'm glad you're motivated, Shiki-kun. But it's too late. This race is already over. What just happened? In an instant, Yumizuka disappears. I see her face beside me. At that moment, something slams in my side. My back hurts. Such a simple attack, and I'm slammed into a wall of a building. Grasping my knife tightly, I somehow manage to stand. Oh, you can still move. You're relatively strong, aren't you, Shiki-kun? Since you are troubled by anemia, I thought you were weak. Yumizuka's voice draws nearer. My breathing is rough. What is this? I have made a serious mistake. It's useless to expect anything from that knife. To me, you look as if you've stopped. Even if you had a gun, it would be useless. Her laughing voice is full of amusement. That's the mistake. I can see the lines along which things break, but I'm just a human who can see that. If my opponent is many times faster than me, like Yumizuka, I can't even touch those lines. In other words, against her, it's useless even if I can see these lines. Oh, well, it can't be helped. I'm going to be a little rough. Don't worry, if your head and heart are intact, I can do something. With a crash, everything becomes black. Yumizuka's hand grabbed my arm and threw me like that. Like a soccer ball, I was thrown and I fall to the ground on my back. Oh, I can't see. My body is in such pain I can't see anything. Hey now, you shouldn't be sleeping there, Shiki-kun. I roll to the side quickly. Right where I was before, Yumizuka's arms pound the ground. The sound of asphalt breaking apart reaches my ears. I force my numb body to move. My vision is still pitch black. All I can feel is Yumizuka's presence. You. Standing up and facing her presence, I raise my knife. I said it was useless. Why can't you just accept it calmly, Shiki-kun? Her presence sneers. Thump, the sound of my heartbeat. It might be because I can't see anything. This time I easily slip through her grasp. No way. Yumizuka's surprised voice. I know her back is facing me, but since I can't see her, I can't do anything. From there, a hostile killing presence growing stronger. Why, you, I said don't move! Her voice. Impending death. I blindly swing my knife to meet them. Yeah! The sound of rending flesh. I just sliced her arm. Yumizuka, you okay? Saying so, I hate how stupid I am. Why am I worrying over someone trying to kill me? My body floats. I'm hit from the front and fly through the air. Ugh, my vision returns. Is it because her attack was so strong? Back alley. Seems I flew all the way to the back alley wall. I feel the hard wall against my back. My consciousness starts to fade. Still, Yumizuka mercilessly presses forward. Liar! Her voice is full of hate. She swings her arm toward me. I can't move. Since I can't move, all I can do now is be killed. The wall shakes. Yumizuka's arm only pounded the wall next to me. Liar! You said you'd help me when I was in a pinch. Again, she starts to break areas away from me. Why? Am I not good enough because I became like this? But I couldn't help it. I didn't become like this because I wanted to. Bam, bam. Like a child throwing a tantrum, she keeps screaming. It hurts so much. It's so painful, but why won't you help me, Shiki-kun? You promised to help me, so why? Bam, bam, her forlorn, anguished voice. In this situation where she could kill me any time. For some reason, my fear of impending death starts to fade away. Shiki-kun, if you could be by my side, I could even bear this pain. Why can't you accept me? How foolish. Her words weren't ones of hate directed at me. Yumizuka Satsuki was only crying this whole time because she can't help it. Her voice dwindles away. Only able to move my fingers, I look at her. How come? Yumizuka looks at my unmoving body as if she was surprised. As if she was waking from a nightmare and regretting what she's done. Shiki-kun, I never meant to. Her voice is trembling. I guess she's calmed down, but her voice still sounds like she's about to cry. It's okay. You don't need to blame yourself like that. Even if your mind and body turned into a vampire. In the end, you're still just a pitiful victim. In any case, I can't move. Yumizuka, if you say you are so alone, in so much pain and so cold, there's only one thing I can do. It's okay, Yumizuka-san. Shiki-kun? You can suck my blood if you want. It's a promise. I'll be with you, okay? I think my voice was kinder than I ever was. After hesitating, she quietly kneels by me and holds me. Is it really okay? Her voice is mingled with hesitation and happiness. What? You came after me because you wanted to do that, right? Why are you hesitating now, Yumizuka-san? Okay, there's two ways this can go. I really hope it's the way I want it to go. Let's see. But I really want to, but if I do that, I will really be hopeless. The last line barely escapes her lips. How ironic. Certainly she's become a vampire. Yet in her most important part, a human heart remains. Because her heart remains, Yumizuka Satsuki still feels pain over being a vampire. Being human. As long as that part remains human, she'll be in pain. It hurts, doesn't it? So it's okay. I can't help you, so shouldn't we just do things your way? Shiki-kun. She nods, then she brings her lips to my neck. Oh. God, I frickin' hate his orange and blue shirt. Disappearing. The remaining heat in my body fades quickly. Quiet. Such a quiet death. I don't have any power to break free. The lines in my vision should disappear soon too. With this, it is over. Tonoshiki will soon disappear and everything will end. End. End, is that okay? You'll come back, right? Makia said that. My sister I left alone for 8 years. Wow, this feels awful! The black-haired girl I have done nothing for is her brother. Always. Tonokia was alone in that mansion. Before, I faced Yumizuka with my knife to bring her salvation from death. And now I am giving up my life to save her with my life. But that Doing that, who would be saved? At least for Tonoshiki, it's not helping someone he cares the most about. Kiha. I can't die. Even if I'm wrong, I can't die now. Yumizuka. My knife moves. The line on her chest. The line on the heart of the girl who believed in herself, hoping for some last salvation. I plunged my knife deeply into it. Okay, so I was really hoping that it would be, come closer, come here, you can suck my neck. And then as soon as she approaches, he's like, he does his super move, and because the startup flash comes out, it's unblockable, right? You know what I'm saying? Because she's like, oh, hey, coming for a sucky. And then he's like, you just hear the mashing of his fight stick as he's like, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I wish that was the case. Anyways, let's stab her. I plunged my knife deeply into it. Shiki-kun? Satsuki's lips pull back. The power there turns to nothing. Sorry. I couldn't help you, Yumizuka. It's the only way I can. If she can't escape from the pain, then at least I can let her have a painless death. I see. I knew it. You couldn't be with me, right, Tono-kun? Her voice is terribly peaceful, just like the way home in the sunset 2 days ago. But I'm still happy. Even if it was just a brief moment, you chose me, Tono-kun. Yeah, in that case, maybe dying like this isn't so bad. All the pain is gone, and the scary emotions have disappeared like magic. I feel something blowing at my feet. Looking there, I see Yumizuka's legs have turned to ash from the knees down. And it's a little warm right now. This must be your warmth, Tono-kun. She speaks happily. This pure regret, it's so much I want to die. I prepared myself and I betrayed her for whatever hateful words she might say, so why? Why this peaceful, happy voice? She doesn't even blame me at all. Sorry. Sorry, I was powerless. I'm the lowest. My eyes are burning. Inside my brain, my vision wavers. Tono-kun, you're crying. You really are kind. After I did all those horrible things, you still cry for me. Yeah, that's what I like the most about you. I watched you since middle school, Tono-kun, so I always knew about the side of you no one else did. Her proud voice, the sensation of something drifting away on the wind. Her lower body doesn't exist anymore. I wanted to talk more with you, Tono-kun. Normally just as classmates, to talk more. That's why I really don't want to die now. Can't say anything. I don't have any words for her. At the very end, she leans her head against my forehead. But this is for sure the best way. So don't cry, Tono-kun. You did the right thing. The sensation of the knife gets lighter. Satsuki's body doesn't have a heart anymore. It seems I won't be able to talk anymore. Well, my house is this way, so this is goodbye then. Yumizuka. Yeah. Bye-bye, Tono-kun. Thank you and sorry. Whoosh. Like ash scattered by the wind, Yumizuka Satsuki completely disappears before my eyes. Her figure disappeared like it was just a mirage. All that remains is this dizziness. I killed her. I wanted to save her. I even said I would save her. But in the end, I killed her to save myself. Still, it would have been okay for her to call me a liar at the very end. If she did that, I really could have turned into a bad person, so why? Thank you, sorry. She didn't have to thank me. There's no reason to apologize. I killed you. But still, she thanked me. That's why I really did want to save her. My numb body stands up on its own. I can't think of anything right now. Are my mind and body separate things? Mindlessly dragging my body, I exit the alley. So I'm going to be real. I tried to pick ones that would get me super killed, and nothing happened there. So I honestly want to see what would happen if we pick. So I'm just slightly concerned because I was trying for a game over. So I'm just wondering, did I not pick the right choices? Did I pick the actual correct choices there? Um. Oh my God. Looking at my guide, my spoiler free that just gives me the answers. I totally picked all the right answers. So my only thought is, wow, okay. God, this game is works on the principle of whatever you think will kill you won't. So okay, that's a good part to kind of come back on, but I want to see what happens if we say no to some of these. What if I say, no, I hate you. Go away. I'm sorry, I can't have special feelings for you. I answer clearly while looking her straight in the eye. I see. Both Yumizuka's voice and body tremble. Well, I can't think of anything else to say. Maybe this makes me a horrible person, but those are my true feelings. I never had any special feelings for my classmate Yumizuka Satsuki. I'm only here because what happened on the way home 2 days ago left such an impression on me, and I couldn't forget about it. This is such an unhinged face, though. Like, this face here is remarkably unhinged. I love it. It all okay. It all what it reminds me of. Freaking there's like an Undertale face with like the eyes up and down like this, and it has such an emotion, like just this sort of like off tilt face with the mouth open and the eyes. I almost wonder if Undertale stole it from this because it really the emotion you get from this is too strong for it to not be the same feeling. Who does that? I almost think it's Alphys. There's some character who does this like exact face and it has that exact emotion, that the same feeling. So we'll see. Yeah, I knew that. I guess that's why things turned out this way. It's okay, since you say that. I'll be honest to myself too, Shiki-kun. Oh, yeah, let's skip. With this, it's over. Tonoshiki will disappear and everything will end. Okay, let's see here. So we got Bit. End. And is that okay? You'll come back, right? Akia said that, my sister... Okay, so this is the same. Okay. This is the same. Doing that, who would be saved? At least it would be not helping the one. Can't die, even if I'm wrong, can't die. My knife moves the line on her chest, the line on her heart, hoping for some salvation. I plunge it deeply in. Shiki-kun... Wait, okay, that's the same. The power there turns to nothing. Let's see here. Sorry, I couldn't help you, Yumizuka. Let's see if this changes. Give her a painless death. I see you can't be with me, but I'm still happy. All the pain. Okay, is this the same? Is this just the same? Why this peaceful voice? She doesn't even blame me. I'm the low. Okay, this is the exact same. Okay. This is... Wait, this is new. At the very end, she leans her forehead, but this is the best way, so don't... No, this is the same. Satsuki's body doesn't have a heart. I won't be able to talk. My house is that way. Okay, so... So saying you hate her is the same? There's no difference? All that remains is the dizziness. I killed her. Okay, so why is it making this a new scene? Huh. Huh. That's strange. That's very strange. So let's go back again. So let's say that we just, like, whoop. Let's say that we just, like, are pretty ambivalent towards her. Is this going to be the same? I can't answer. I can't answer. It's my true feelings. I never had any special feelings. I thought so. You never knew I existed, so you shouldn't have fallen in love with me. This is the same. Okay. So it's the same every time? Yeah, okay. Huh. Okay. So there's nothing you... So can you even die to her? Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's the same. Huh. Strange. Strange. Okay, so then this is... Okay, no, we're not... We're gonna kill her, because I feel like if we don't, she's gonna do bad stuff, so... Huh. Maybe it's... Because considering that is labeled as the right choice to say we liked her on our, our little Gatorino thing, all I'm gonna say is... we're gonna call it here. So we killed her. Ripperoni. The Satsuki saga is seemingly over. So for now, we will see you all next time for some more. Let's read Tsukihime. We have murderized the girl, and we will see what comes about. Is that just over? Is she just the Nero replacement for this route? If so, okay, sure. I don't know. I guess because we still have to wonder who turned her to begin with. That's still kind of a question, but huh. Well, that's that. I still, so I don't know where the "Isn't it sad Sachan" comes in from, but who knows? There's still other routes, so something else could happen on them. I don't know. We'll see you guys next time for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. Ciao!